if that Crawford showed up, that would be the one. I mean, that would be an incredible fight. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'll go with...
This is Jonathan Agger, 5th Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Ariel Helwani here at Jake Paul Nate Diaz Fight Week. Ariel, straight from Spence Crawford to this, so let's start with that. What did you make of the events on Saturday night?
Oh man, Spence Crawford was tremendous. What a scene, what a privilege to be there, what a performance. He probably lost the first round and then nothing else. I mean, talk about like rising to the occasion. He drops him in the second, then twice in the 7th, then stops him in the 9th. Freaking Bud. I'm like still in awe of that performance, because not only did he look great, it was also against who he did it, right? Like he did that against Errol Spence, previously undefeated, 3 belts going into that fight in the welterweight division. So yeah, blown away, and now I'm really curious to see what happens next.
Oh, what does happen next? He's got a rematch clause, he says he'll exercise it. Do you really want to see that?
I mean, I would see it, I would watch it. If I were advising him though, obviously that's the big money fight. But I don't know from like a style and an athletic standpoint if that's a smart move on his part. Honestly, I really don't think it's a fight that he can win. So it's going to be interesting to see if he does it, and if he does it at 154 or 147.
Stephen A. Smith said after the fight that he feels that Errol Spence should hang up his gloves, or at least consider hanging up his gloves. Is that too premature?
I think that's a little extreme. I know Stephen A. has a lot of love for him, and I know he knows and loves his boxing, but one loss against the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world doesn't mean that you should hang it up. There's a ton of other guys that you could fight against who aren't Terence Crawford, but you know, he has been through a lot. 2 car accidents, the retina, surgery and all that stuff. So that was my big concern. I was curious as to whether or not he was the same guy, and honestly, I don't think that even without the accident and all that stuff, he could beat Terence Crawford. But I do think the accidents and the retina injury have taken a toll, and so maybe his career will eventually be shortened because of that.
I mean, so what I've seen online is people trying to say, look, let's not use that reason because we didn't see that against Ugas and we didn't see that against Danny Garcia. I know Terence Crawford is another level, but is there an argument that it was just simply Terence Crawford was too good?
Yeah, that's what I said. With or without accidents in his life and the eye injury, I think he loses that fight. But also, don't forget, Ugas rocked him, and we had never really seen him in a position like that before. Obviously, first time he gets knocked down was against Crawford, but Ugas did rock him. And as you just said, if you're comparing Ugas and Garcia to Crawford, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, Crawford's just next level at this point. Like, pound for pound, I don't think anyone disagrees with that. So it's a bit of a different game. Also, had not been in the ring for 15 months, which is something, so yeah, tough spot for him, but man, what a performance from Crawford. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Crawford by saying that. I'm blown away by what he did.
And a lot of talk online afterwards was a fantasy matchup between Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford at 47. What do you make of that?
Man, I don't know. The knock on Floyd, I guess, was that he never truly fought anyone in their prime. That's a tough one. Ultimately, we've never saw Floyd lose in 50 fights. I think I would side with him, but if that Crawford showed up, that would be the one. I mean, that would be an incredible fight. I don't know. That's a tough one. I'll go with Terence because he's the current king.